Good morning, gardeners. So, today's video, it's been 4 days since I've posted, and that I am sorry for. But look at what I have here. And I do believe this is what they call the powdery mildew. But I just discovered that this morning, and I kind of got a little mixture that they recommended to put on that using baking soda. So we'll try it on this one leaf because it seems to be the only leaf that I have it on, aside from this one. But as usual, we all know that we are pretty packed with cucumbers here. And so we had to add another bamboo stick to help support this one because it wasn't going that way, which is fine because it's a whole lot of them that way. But as you can see, we definitely have flowers. I wonder if it's going to rain today, but we definitely have flowers. Now, something I've noticed is that we have more male flowers than we do females, but at the same time, our females are here. They just haven't blossomed yet. So down there, you see is a male flower. Let me try to get you a little closer. There you go. So there's a male flower. And here is another set. And they're kind of growing up the whole entire trellis. But here, if I'm not mistaken, is a cucumber. And slowly but surely, it's getting a little bit bigger. So we should be able to see that bloom pretty soon. Now I'm going to take you over here to where I have another one. And we'll see how far it has come. This entire thing has little small cucumbers on it. Something that I've noticed is that a lot of our cucumbers are coming from what they would call the suckers. So this here, right here, this is a sucker. It's not a part of the main stem. It's not a part of the main branch. So what you can, and you can differentiate that by looking at each node and finding your true leaves, which will be your really big ones. They're a lot more mature than, of course, these. And again, it's growing up. So that gives you the, what can I say? That green light that, hey, this here is not, it's just a sucker. Sucker that we have not pruned, by the way, which we probably should, because as you can see, it's growing out towards the left side. And I didn't want to try to trellis it up because it's already packed right here. But the main reason we kept it is because we seem to have a lot of female flowers. And here's another one. Now this particular one is on, again, a sucker. It's in the middle of a node, but you see we have a cucumber there. So a lot of our cucumbers are growing on the so-called suckers. Now again, they're not bad. They're not at all bad for your plant. It's just the plant's gonna try to put more energy into all of those places, therefore taking away energy from the exact place you're trying to grow, which we're trying to grow up. We don't want to grow outwards because our box isn't even really that big, and we use this space here in between to, you know, walk around it. But I wanted to show you all, and I'll have to go around so you can see. We do, however, have one female flower who has flowered beautifully. Now, as you can see, I'll try to zoom in a little, and I'll help you out here. There. And we have already pollinated that one, and she's gotten much bigger, very much so. And there are quite a bit of female plants, but again, what we've been noticing is that they're all on. Even if we go and look at this guy, he is also what we would call a sucker. Oh geez, somebody got a little crunched. But look, there we go, cucumber. And again, this is growing away from where we're growing, which is upwards. And it's just causing really a lot of, and I'm not even sure, I think this is another one here. But as usual, there's a female cucumber. It's causing a lot of, it's just too much going on in there. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to treat that, make sure we can get that taken care of. This one has been doing beautifully though. Like I said, there is that cucumber there. It's been doing pretty good, and it's been trellising up the bamboo stick pretty well. And I honestly think it's because I have actually taken off all, if not most, of the suckers on this particular cucumber plant, and I for one actually like the results. Now that one cucumber that's back there, it is on the main stem. It came from the middle of the node, which, let me make sure I show you what a node is. So here's your main stem, and that's your node. It's like the middle. And then this one here, this is a perfect example. You have your stem with your leaf. You have your main stem, which is right there. And then you have the node, which is where this cucumber is coming out of. If we could get all of these plants to do that, I think we would be great. Aside from the cucumbers, everything has been going pretty well with them. They are pretty much all the way up the trellis now. I do have a question. When you want to stop your cucumbers from growing up and just produce down, how do you prune them? Do you top them? If I top them, will that hurt the plant? Anybody got advice on that? Feel free to comment on this video below. The newest things that's happened is hubby chopped up his tomato plant. I don't really do too much to the tomato plant because this is the one plant that he did get to pick out, or that he wanted to pick out. He did a lot of pruning, but this was not here. So all of this is new growth, because a lot of his leaves started to look like that. And this little plant has been through it all. The wind has been blowing it down, knocking it over. But after he cut it, he definitely has a lot of new tomatoes growing. Aside from that one, we have one up here that's trying to kick out. It already has kicked out 5, and it might be a 6th one on there. So that one has been doing good. An update on my spinach. I had to thin it out, which I might have to go back in on this side and thin it out a little bit. I just have to see how it does. But it was